OMG, Miss France is a black woman. Check this out. Latest news. Miss France is crowned. New Miss France 2014 is crowned. You can clearly see in the picture that she's classified as black. Now, when you look at this, she's a beautiful woman. I'm sure she's intelligent. I'm sure she has all of what it takes to be the recipient of such a prestigious crown and to be the winner of such an auspicious pageant. But notice how everyone is making this an issue about the color of her skin or the classification of her race. It says that after she won this, within minutes, social media was drowned in comments. Miss France set Twitter on fire with over 1.1 million tweets that night, according to TF1 Gala and Le Telegram. And a portion of those comments were horrifying. All right, you can see I'm not a racist, but shouldn't the Miss France contest only be open to white girls? Question. 2, you can see explicative A, N-word, or death to foreigners. All right. According to French media, the most popular hashtag, watch this, that night were shame, black, and the N-word. All right. Now, what's amazing is I want to show you this because it kind of gives some insight as to why this is such an issue in France, and I'll make my point. Right here it says France has a deeply ingrained colonialist culture and still believes in a form of racial hierarchy. This is important because whenever you hear the word hierarchy, that means system. All right. So what we have to understand is these colonies, colonialist, all right, which is representative of European countries, i.e. France, Spain, Britain, Germany, so on and so forth. So whenever you have some part of the world that was colonized, you see the presence of this racial hierarchy. And within this racial hierarchy, you have to understand the game. And the game in a racial hierarchy that comes from European colonies suggests or states that the race that is at the top of the totem pole are individuals who are classified as white. Those are the desirable people. And those who are under that, or black or others, are considered individuals who are on the bottom of the caste system. Now, what other individuals, Joe, have shared in this same type of colonial type of mentality? Oh, I'm so glad you guys asked that. Have you ever heard of a guy by the name of Adolf Hitler? Oh, yeah, you've heard of him. He had this program called the Lebensborn program, to where he had these homes to where these women who had to bear the children of purebred, what they call Aryan type of SS men. Adolf Hitler was trying to produce a perfect nation, a perfect race of what he called Aryans, and look at what they looked like. These white-skinned, blue-eyed type of people, blonde hair, white-skinned, blue-eyed people. That was the epitome of this race. Now, where does that mindset come from? It is a mindset of the same individuals, all right, who are battling and who have issues with Miss France being black. These same issues who are trying to adhere to this racial hierarchy. Do you all understand where I'm going with this? Now, if Hitler had this same racial hierarchy, all right, 50, 60 years ago, that these same issues of individuals who are battling with Miss France being black, who else are the recipients of this racial hierarchy? Well, the question is, what other areas in the world were colonized? Because if you answer that question, then you'll understand the people who think this way. Well, the first thing that comes to mind is South Africa. They were colonized. All right. We just celebrated the life of Nelson Mandela, who fought against apartheid. And him fighting against apartheid, ladies and gentlemen, why did he have to fight against it? Because it was colonized. Who colonized South Africa? The same individuals who colonized the Caribbean, all the way from as south of Curacao to as north of Bahamas. So people who live in the Caribbean have this same type of what? Racial hierarchy. They look upon people who are white as being the best and people who are black as being the worst. Who else was colonized besides the Caribbean and South Africa? Right here in America, right here in Georgia, in California, in New York. You see this same type of what? Racial hierarchy. What is that? A system. What is that? A social construction. This concept of race has been used as a system. And this poor girl can't even be the recipient of this award because this concept of race is trying to throw salt on her ability to be considered an equality within this place. Now, where else do we see this? I'm glad you asked me that question. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to hush. French Creole. We've all heard of that, right? These same French folk who got a problem with this girl being black are the same individuals when they were colonized in New Orleans and Louisiana. They had to come up with these different names like mulatto, quadroon, octroon. What is that? These were different terms used on these breeding farms. If you had a white mother or a black father, probably a white father and a black mother, then you were considered a mulatto. That's why it is not politically correct to call somebody a mulatto. It is slave-minded. It goes back to being bred on these breeding farms. Quadroon means that, you know, your parents are white, but somebody above them, one of your grandparents was black. It means you were 1/4 Negro. Octroon means that you were 1/8 Negro. So the point that I'm trying to make is the same thing that allows this poor young girl to not be the recipient of this awesome award is the same thing that's keeping us back on today. And if you feel what I'm saying, if you are responding to what I'm trying to do, then support me. Support this movement. Go to KolorStruck.com. And when you go to KolorStruck.com, check us out. You'll see it. All right? When you go to it, look at the movie, look at the message, look at the movement, look at the media. Donate here, trying to fulfill this particular documentary. We're raising $25,000. You can see we've raised $6,005 in 15 days by only 49 people. That tells you that there are other people who are tired of this same racial hierarchy. I just wanted to take something in the news to show you how this consciousness is bigger and more broad than just this particular documentary or this country. It's wherever this system was present at. And every single country that was colonized has this same concept of race. All right? And if you want to be a part of this movement, this message, this movie, make a difference on today. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, comment, subscribe. Until next time, you be blessed. Peace.